Good morning, guys and gals. Welcome back to another one. It's finally that time of year again, or at least it has been for a couple of weeks. But this is the first time we're able to get out. And I woke Mrs. Tubby up stupid early after she worked a shift till midnight to get on the road. We've got about a 3.5 hour drive ahead of us. But we are headed out on our first small game trip of the season. So without further ado, let's get this show on the road. Okay, guys and gals, we still have another half hour or something to go, but I thought I would explain a little bit about what we're going to be doing today and why. This is kind of an important trip to me that I haven't been able to do in quite some time. It was a tradition of my dad and I to make this trip this time of year. Basically, in this area of Ontario, grouse season overlaps with trout season for a couple of weeks. So grouse is opening and trout is closing at the end of the month, and here in a couple of days. And for years, my dad and I tried to get up here and do a grouse hunt and a little fishing trip right before trout closed. So there's a couple of spots that I'll show you once we get there. One of them is what we called Grandpa's Pond, and years and years and years ago my grandfather would camp there, and it's kind of a special place, not only because he would camp there, but because it seemed really strange that every year that we made this trip, we would stop and wet a line there, and within the first few casts we'd catch a speckled trout, just one, and you could stay there the rest of the day and not catch another fish. But it seemed like every time we stopped at Grandpa's Pond, Grandpa gave us a trout, and we'd take it home and have it for dinner that night, or put it in the freezer and have it later. But so that's exactly what we're going to do today. When we get to the spot where we're going to start hunting, we're going to be doing a lot of road driving today just because we're pressed for time, and I really want to try and make it to Grandpa's Pond. So stick with me. Hopefully the next time you see us, we have a bird in front of us, or we're stopped at a pond making a few casts. Okay, guys and gals, we haven't seen any birds yet. It's kind of one of those gloomy and kind of misty rain and windy and just not really awesome bird weather. But we made it to Grandpa's Pond, which was kind of the main goal. So pretty excited about that. I'm going to get this fishing rod ready, and I'm going to turn you back on when we make the first couple of casts, because that's usually, if it's going to happen, that's when it tends to happen. So we'll be right back. Okay. see what happens here, guys and gals, is that usually this was a spot I mentioned that seemed to be like we get one fish almost right away, and then that was it. We stayed one time for 3 hours and never had another hit. So I'm gonna try a couple more casts with this lure. I'll switch lures, try a couple casts with a different lure, and see how it goes here. Well, maybe today's not going to be the day, but I'm super glad that I was able to make it here. Just meant a lot, you know, to be able to get here and go to a place that Dad and I used to love coming to this time of year. And whether we got a fish or not, or got a bird or not, didn't matter. You know, we were just spending time together in the bush. So, and that's what it's all about, right? We've always said that harvesting an animal or catching a fish is just a byproduct of what going out here, spending some time in the woods is really all about. You know, it's about a mental reset, seeing things you can't see from your couch. Just enjoying family time, outdoor time. I'm glad I could experience it with Kim today. This is the first time I've actually had a chance to bring her here too. So she got to see what I've been babbling on about all these years. All right, I'm gonna make a few more casts, guys and gals, but I'll bring you back if something happens. If not, well, we'll stop at the next spot, turn you back on.
Okay guys, got a little cool thing here while we were on the roadside. This is a hatched turtle nest right over the remnants of the shell. Pretty cool, and this is the proximity to water. So yeah, how cool is that? It's a big rock on top. Literally right beside the road.
Well, guys and gals, it turned out to be a little uneventful, but well worth the trip. Got to go to a place I haven't been in probably 15 years. Cast a line, saw some country I haven't seen in a very long time, and got to enjoy fall in the North Country. So I want to thank each and every one of you for coming along. It really means a lot. Thanks for sticking with me. Please remember, if you haven't already done so, to hit that subscribe button, smash that thumbs up, leave a genuine comment, and if you liked what you saw, give it a share. And with that being said, remember, it's never a bad day to be more outdoors.